hello, everybody. So sorry, guys, about the delay. Normally we have our girl Therese helping us out with the show. So I'm sitting here like, oh, I got to switch the screen to the intro. That's why it took so long. I'm like, oh my God. I hope people, whoever you guys watch the replay, I'm so sorry about that. You can hear me good, right, Twonta? Okay. You're on mute, love. Come on mute.
Hey! I didn't even know I was on mute. Oh my goodness. And you froze. My sister froze. Oh my goodness. You froze. Look at you. Girl, we are just having a moment. Oh,
Listen, y'all, it's been a long week. I know it's Wednesday, but it's been a long week for
oh,
Tawanta and I.
Lord have mercy, honey. It has. It has been. And we're still having some we're still having some technical issues going on. Jesus. But we're here.
It's the devil.
Girl.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. What is going on tonight? I think it's the weather. Maybe
I
it's the
think it's the
weather.
topic.
Yeah. It's the
We
topic
it's a
probably.
warfare topic. We're about to break through some things. So listen,
Mhm.
everyone, if y'all can see and hear us, just type in one in the chat. I might just be going in and out. I don't know what's going on with my internet. But she's acting a fool today. But it's okay. So
Mhm.
welcome, guys, to the Sister to Sister Connection Talk Show. Is where Tawanta and I, we have three pillars, which is spirituality, sisterhood, and stability. Because we all want
Mhm.
to live a life where we're stable, where we know that there's a higher power above watching down on us, and we're also promoting. Look, at my bra strap showing. I look like a bad girl. All together for the peoples.
Oh, good grief.
It's gonna be a fun show. I promise you guys. Listen, we're talking about a real interesting topic, which is what are you pregnant with? We
Mhm.
don't mean like really pregnant. I'm not making no
Mhm.
announcements, and I know my girl Miss Jones ain't making no announcements
No.
tonight. So this is
No.
not a announcement, special announcement broadcast. I'm gonna have Tawanta explain. Therese,
Is she on here?
yes, she
Oh,
right
girl,
there.
she's celebrating your birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Toot, toot. Yes, honey. How does it feel to be 25, Therese?
Oh, girl.
Girl, I turned 25 like 30 times already.
Me too, honey. I sure
Yeah, I
have.
have, yeah. Black don't crack.
No,
Thank you for hopping on, Therese. Therese is normally our show producer, but I told her this morning, like, girl, take the day off. But thank you so much for
no.
coming and hopping on. And those of you who are tuning in and watching, say hello in the comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We always like to know that. And don't forget, if you're watching us on our YouTube channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you're on any other platform, just comment, just share, and all the things. But without further ado, Tawanta, if you can explain and go over for the audience, because I always tell you guys, Tawanta is the one that comes up with all these amazing and awesome topics. So I want to have her take the lead and talk about what made her want to talk about.
Okay, so what are you pregnant with? Ladies, we hear it all the time in conversations. If you've been to church, of course, you have heard it through your ministers, your bishops, your pastors, even through people that has been very close to you and always speak life to you about what you're pregnant with. And we as women, we have been blessed with so many different gifts and skills and talents, not just what we already know, but what we don't know that still reside in us. And I truly believe that this season, if not the upcoming season, is the time for you ladies to start giving birth out to those things that could be a blessing to so many people out there. You got to understand that, the gifts are not for you. It's not for you. It is for other people, for other people to be encouraged and inspired themselves to uplift and to also give people ideas too, to, they could do the same thing too. So yeah, we're going to talk about what you're pregnant with, because there's a lot of you sisters out there that are dealing with stillborn blessings. Stillborn blessings. Yes, I said it. Y'all have some dead weight up in there. Okay. And so we don't want that to be the problem. We don't want that to be the issue, right? Okay. We don't want that to be the problem. No, we don't want that to be the issue. So we are definitely going to talk more in depth about, what are you She said, I think you can see the I don't know if I can or not. Well, no, Leticia's just typing. She's just letting me know on her end. So she's trying to get it together. I tell you, this episode is gonna be a doozy. Okay, but we gonna get it done. We gonna do what we gotta do. Okay. I'm not feeling my best tonight, but I'm gonna do what I gotta do anyway. God take care of the rest. All right. But yeah, we're gonna talk about this in depth, because there's so many of us ladies out here. We don't realize the potential that's inside of us. We don't realize how we can truly change the masses of so many people's lives. But we are allowing fear. We are allowing uh, our own ignorance, honestly, to stop this pregnancy, if you will, to come forth, to give birth to. And if you would, and of course, if any of you have ever been pregnant before, and I mean in the physical sense now, when you get to that third trimester, you ready to have that baby. You ready to pop that baby out, okay? Because after a while, that baby gets heavier and heavier. It's a blessing to hold, to rub your tummy and all that good stuff and everything. But after a while, you get tired and you ready to have that baby, because you've been waiting for, what is it, 30, is it 32 weeks, 36 weeks? I'm not sure. But you've been waiting for 9 months. Hello. You've been waiting for 9 months to see this beautiful being, to see this beautiful gift that's going to change not just your life, not just your family's life, but it's going to be a blessing to the world, right? So likewise, it's the same concept in regards to your babies that's inside of you, your gifts, your ministry, your talents, your assignments. It's heavy weight right now, and you're ready to birth that thing out, so you can see how it's going to change you, how it's going to affect your life and others in around the world, right? So what are you pregnant with? What are the things that you have been thinking about? What are the things that been dreaming about, that you have been saying, like, I want to get this started. I want to get this program started. I want to do this or whatever, right? And so you back, baby? Are you back? Can you hear me?
I can't hear nothing.
Really?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I don't hear nobody.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I have no idea.
Ooh.
I have no idea.
Keep going, girl. Oh God. Go ahead,
Okay.
love. Go ahead.
All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and start with
Oh wow.
the first point. Okay. And I'm pretty sure Leticia's going to get right on in that conversation. So what are you pregnant with? The first thing that I believe, ladies, that you are pregnant with is the potential to change the masses. You have what it takes to change the trajectory of so many people's lives out there for this season and the seasons to come. You don't understand the value of your worth. You don't know how expensive that thing is. You have been cheating yourself. You have allowed people to rob you of your gifts, your skills, your talents, or even your identity. You have allowed people to abuse your anointing, if that makes sense. You have allowed people to do so much to you. And for some of you, you felt that, and it's been very discouraging and it's been very heavy. to the most part that you really don't want to do anything anymore because you've been there, done that. You got burnt too much. Your heart's been broken and all these other things or whatever. And I totally get it. I totally understand that. But if there's an inner being inside of you that is still fighting and still telling you, don't give up, don't cave in, don't quit, keep going, keep going. You may not understand why you're doing what you're doing. You don't understand why you're still fighting through this thing. But if you just listen to that inner voice, if you just listen, to the Holy Spirit, I'm telling you, ladies, that you won't be disappointed. God is right there anyway. He knows what you're going through. He knows what you experience. He knows what abuse you endured, all of those things. But every single thing that you encountered, it was building you up. It was strengthening you, right? It was preparing you for a time such as this, for you to be ready to go ahead and to push out that, the potential, those ideas, those creative skills, whatever. He has everything aligned perfectly just for you. Every single one of you ladies have gone through are going through some things and have gone through some things. Everybody's journeys are different. Some of you dealt with some very some serious tragedies. Some had been out of jobs for a minute or whatever. You're all gone through something, right? And everybody handled it differently, if that makes sense. Everybody handled it.
I'm sorry.
You can hear me? You can hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. She happy. Look at her. She's so happy.
Yeah, I tell you, I had Therese take off and everything just went to hell.
Oh my goodness. She's back, y'all.
I can't wait to come back to work, Therese, tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. Poor thing.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
I'm so sorry. Speed me up, put me up to speed. Hey, Diane.
hi Diane. Actually, we just started with the first point, and that is the potential to change the masses,
Yes,
and how we as women have that potential to do that.
yes,
And we all have, again, gone through journeys. Every one of us have our own stories. We have our own journeys. We have our own tragedies. We have been through a lot of failures. We have been through a lot of heartbreak,
that's
hardship,
right,
all of that. And it
right,
has really put us in a position where we just feel as though I don't have anything left to give. I don't have
yeah,
anything left to offer. I'm at a stage of my life right now where I just can't fight no more.
right.
My body's giving out on me. I don't have the capabilities that I had 20 years ago to
Very
do
true.
this. And society is already letting me know that I'm at this age right now
Right,
that there's nothing for me out there. So I might as well just stay in this rut of depression,
right,
or in this comfort zone of being uncomfortable and
right.
miserable until the day I
Absolutely.
die. But that's
Yep.
a lie. That
Yep.
is a lie. You have the potential to change the masses no matter where you are in life,
Yep.
no matter how bad things are. You
Absolutely.
have the potential because God has given you life, and what
Yep.
he's given inside of you is another life
That's
that
right.
can truly be the what's the thing, be that life support
Yep.
for other people
Hmm.
to get up out of their rut, out of their
Yep.
situations,
That's right.
and get them motivated to start doing what they're doing. It's a chain
Right.
reaction.
That's right. Absolutely, it is. And you know, your story. Those of you who are watching, your story is meant to inspire others. Nothing that you have gone through or going through right now is in vain. Like
Mhm.
your story is meant to help somebody else. Like sometimes we think that we're not worth, changing a massive amount of people. We don't have enough, or we haven't gone through enough, or we're not as qualified or not as articulate. Like even Moses stuttered, and he, you know, changed the world, right? So
Sure
it's like
did.
you have total potential to really change things, change other people through your story. Because I used to think that way. I used to think that, oh, other couples or other people are more fortunate than I am, or more luckier than I am. But when I started to share my story and started to put it out there in the world, it made it genuine to myself, and say, this is what I went through. This is how I fell flat on my face and got back up. This is what I'm still struggling with today, because there's still a lot of struggles that I go through personally through today that I'm still trying to get through.
Yeah.
But when I open up and share my story, I realize that more and more people not only relate to it, they want me to come on their platform. Like I've been on Clubhouse every single day, and not
Mhm.
just watching rooms. Literally, people would inbox me like, "Hey," like for example, this gentleman by the name of Adrian, he's like a business coach. He has a large following on Clubhouse. And he was like, "Hey, can you?" This last night he inboxed me on Clubhouse. He's like, "Hey, can you pop up in my room and give some value?" In the morning at 10:30 a.m., which was this morning. I was like, "Yeah, sure, sure." I didn't know what the conversation was going to be about, but the conversation was about fear, and I was like, "Oh." And
Mhm.
I talked about our show a little bit. I was like, we talk about that on this show. That's for the bulk of it, Twonta. That's a lot of topics that you come up with is based on fear and
Yeah.
fighting through fear and building up your confidence and stuff like that. So all of you guys have the potential to serve others. You have the potential to change others, right? Just
Mhm.
believe in yourself, and know that what you're going through, happy, sad, good or bad, it is meant for you to be your testimony. It's meant to be your testimony. So I
Yeah.
love that. I love that point.
Absolutely. Yeah, ladies. And I want you to really get that out, get that in your mind, because first of all, you got to clear your mind. The word says about renewing the mind, and that's on a daily basis, because right now, even though we're bringing you all of these good points or what have you, it still won't do you any good, because you're still battling in your mind about, how you feel, or your failures, or whatever, your setbacks and stuff. And that's a battle there. That's a battle. And I know personally what I'm saying, because I've done that myself, been there, done that, you know what I mean? And even now, every once in a while, I still deal with that. My physical body wants to act all crazy all of a sudden, and I'm like, oh Lord, what's going on? That kind of thing. But I have to still stay motivated, and still stay encouraged, and still stay positive, knowing that God got me, I'm healed, or what have you. Or it could be work, it could be anything, but you have to know who you are as a woman. You have to know the value of who you are, because everything that's inside of you, ladies, is so expensive, but yet you are letting it, you're just wasting it. You're wasting it for no reason. And nobody's going to take that. Nobody's going to take your gifts. That is yours. You got to understand that. That is your gift. Okay? So at the end of the day, you need to make a decision. Or you're going to go ahead and be that blessing, and go ahead and and broadcast what God has gifted you with, or you're going to go ahead and give birth to stillborn blessings. Period. You know?
Period, point blank. You want to move on to the next point, love?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I really like this one, which is seeds to change the nation. Talk about it.
Mhm. Oh my God. Yeah, ladies. I'm telling you, there's so many seeds of us inside of us. You can't even put a number to it. You cannot put a number to it. You don't even know. That's the thing. You just don't know. You know that you are a seed breeder. You know you have the potential to go ahead and plant your seeds everywhere. Everywhere. And you don't, ladies, all you need to do is just go ahead and do your thing. Just go ahead and do your thing. Do you understand that when you step out on faith, and you go ahead on any of the social media platforms, that somebody on the other side of the nation, on the other side of the world, is being blessed by what you put down, or what you demonstrated, or what you performed, or whatever you did? Somebody is listening to you. Somebody's listening to us, because this is a global platform, right? So we are planting the seeds inside of us, because we know what's inside of us. We can't keep still. We got to do something to, to execute those seeds. We got to give birth to those seeds some kind of a way. So why not take advantage of this platform? Because we know that people will come across this video or come across this channel, and they will be like, oh, I like this topic. Let me see what's it about. And when they click on it and they hear us, they are blessed. And we have seen, and I know Leticia can definitely agree, we have seen and read some comments from women that we never met before, but they go ahead and tell us how blessed they were in listening to what we put down in the previous episode. So, ladies, I'm telling you again, the power of you is so important. It's so, oh my God, it's so life changing. So those seeds in you, you don't want it to go, what's the word? You don't want it to die out. You go ahead and execute those seeds, plant those seeds out to every single, to every person out there that will take it. There's people who not going to take it. That's okay. But there are people who will. And guess what? When they receive it and they apply it, they're going to go ahead and pass that seed over to the next person. Okay? It's amazing what your gifts, what your talents, what your ministry can do, and how it can change the nation, how it can change that one person's perspective about how they see themselves, right? Because you are a walking ministry, you are a walking testimony, you are a walking journal, you are a walking book, you just a walking diva,
A
period. You just,
walking blessing, a
you
walking
are.
blessing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got to see yourself that way. You know, when I first
absolutely.
started to go live on Periscope, I remember
Oh,
very,
yeah.
very well, like it was yesterday. It's like, yeah, in the beginning, I wasn't getting a lot of people watching or looking at me, but I knew that I was planting a seed. You know, when I first started my very first YouTube channel many, many years ago, I still have it up now, and sometimes I go back and look at it. And even then, I was planting a seed. You know, no one's telling you to conquer the world in a year. And that's
Yeah.
one thing I even try to get my clients to understand, get people around me to understand is that you have to uh, uh, be thankful and be blessed with just that. Try. It's like the book Atomic Habit, where it tells you if you get 1% better every day,
Yeah.
watch where you're going to be, 52 weeks from now, but
Mhm.
instead we're all looking to get our business idea right away. Like Diane, she's on here. She's one of my clients and she's working through her process of how she wants to market and promote yourself. You're not going to get that overnight.
Mm-mm.
Those of you who are watching right now,
Mhm.
especially if you have multiple businesses and you're trying to figure out how to market yourself to where
Mhm.
people are like, yes, yes, I want to buy from you, or yes, yes, I want to work
Mhm.
with you. You got to
Mhm.
understand that that process is not overnight. You got to plant
It's
seed for
not.
yourself. You got to read books. You got to try some things out to see how you like it. But each and every day, you're planting a seed. And not just planting a seed in others, but also planting a seed in yourself.
Oh my
That's
God.
important. Like, what seeds are you planting yourself that you're later on going to harvest? Are you taking care of yourself better? Are you reading books? Are you
Yeah.
listening to affirmations? Or
Yeah.
you do you have a morning mantra that you tell yourself every single morning to pump yourself up? Planting those seeds in yourself is so
Mhm.
important, and I think that's huge. That because you are your own nation, like within yourself. Like if you don't get yourself together, how are you going to get others together, right? So there's
That's
times when,
true.
yeah, absolutely. So I love that point of that seed, seeds to change, so important.
Mhm. It is. It's so important. And ladies, it starts with you. It
Yep,
starts with all of us. If you want to see
100% with you. Yep.
Right. If you want to see some changes happening in social media or anything, don't wait for that person to do it. You
You
do it.
started. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Like
if you
people
have
say, oh,
the
I see
idea.
so much negativity online. Okay, why don't you change the conversation and talk about something positive? Now
Yeah.
that you are going to be the outlet for someone to go to. That's why I keep moving and shaking. And I don't talk about politics. I don't talk about what's going on with the mandates and all this other stuff because you want your platforms to be an outlet for change.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I know, like on my podcast, I check the different outlets out there and podcasts that supports the podcast stations or whatever.
Amazing podcast. Yeah.
And yeah, and it's a lot of them that talks about politics. A lot of them
Oh yeah.
talks about, sports. A lot of them talks about what's going on with the economy and all of
There's a
that.
lane for everything.
Oh my
Yes.
God, it really, really is. And it seems so overpowering of
Yeah.
all these different channels or different topics or whatever.
Right.
But
Right.
but you want to change that. You're like, well, you know
Yep.
what? I'm not about that. I want to talk about the reality of what's going on in an everyday woman's life. So I want to go
Right.
ahead and promote and produce this podcast or this show. And I've been doing this for but going on 3 years now.
Yeah.
And
Long time you've been doing
yeah,
your podcast. Yeah.
and I
But
tell
but
you, the
even with that,
people
Tawanti, you're planting a seed. See, a lot of
exactly, yeah,
the
exactly.
real aspect of overnight success. Sometimes it takes 5 to 10 years for you to become an overnight success. People think overnight success with a podcast, or overnight success in business, or overnight success with even this talk show is 2 months, and then it should no. It's sometimes it's going to take you years for people to start to notice you. And through it all, you got to keep planting those seeds. Yeah,
Exactly, exactly. And you don't know who will notice you that
you
will
never know.
really promote you even to a higher
That's
level
right. That's right.
in
It
your
happens to me
career,
every day.
your success. Yes, absolutely. So
Yeah.
you just don't give up, you don't quit. You just keep on pouring those
But
seeds
get ready,
out.
like TD Jake said. Get ready, get ready. But you can't. God is not going to set nothing up for you if you're not doing anything. Like you gotta. Someone said once that you gotta give God something to blow on. So while you planting those seeds through time, and God blows on it. It's like whoo.
Hmm. Hmm.
The outpour from that is phenomenal.
Yes, absolutely. So
Yes.
our
Yeah.
third point.
Let's move on to the third point, which is keys to open unknown opportunities.
Yes, ladies, you are pregnant with these keys. What keys are they? You have them, you should know. You have the keys. Every key is different.
Yes, it is.
So that means when you open up that door, is a different door with different opportunities that
Right.
you don't even know exist.
That's
So
right.
you need to take those keys, honey. You take those ideas, you take those
Yeah.
talents, you take, whatever you have, those are your keys.
Yeah. They're yours.
And guess what? They keep growing. They
Yeah.
keep multiplying, and you open up that opportunity, that door of opportunities. That's you don't even know what's behind that door. You
Exactly.
don't
When the
you
one
don't
door
know.
closes, you have access to another one and another one. And that's
Yep.
the fabulous part of it, of those
Yeah.
unknown opportunities that you're just, like you said, planting those seeds,
Hmm.
sharing your potential to the masses, and then now opening up more doors for yourself. Yeah.
Hmm. Absolutely. And also, ladies, guess what? Some of those keys, it may not open up a door.
Yep.
And don't get
May
discouraged
not be
about
the
that.
right
It
time.
just didn't fit.
That's
That
right.
key just didn't fit in that program. It didn't fit in that ministry. Didn't fit in that relationship.
Yep.
It
Didn't
didn't
fit at
fit
that
in that
job. Yep.
right in that job or what have you.
Yeah.
So don't throw away that key. Don't throw
Yeah.
away those ideas. Don't throw away your your journals or your dreams, your
Yeah.
visions. Whatever. Don't throw it away.
That's
Just
right.
hold on to that key and try another key.
That's
Try
right.
another idea.
That's right.
Because those opportunities, oh my goodness gracious, you don't know how that can just change everything about your career, about your
That's
life,
right.
about your future. And your future, that's including you, your children, your spouse, your children. It's a legacy. It's a
That's
legacy
right.
that you're building. And you got to put that in your mind too, ladies, that you're not doing
Totally.
it just for you. You are building a legacy for your children and for your children's children,
Amen.
to
That's right.
take a hold of, to take part of,
To
right?
be a part of. Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
Hmm.
There's a solution for every.
Up, she froze again. I think she did. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I guess she's saying this. There's a solution for everything. Yes, it is. Ladies, I'm just, with Letitia and I, we have been there, done that, and we have keys ourselves right now that, we are trying to unlock. We come across different clients, we come across, different platforms and whatnot, and we enter in. We just go right on in, and then we are blessed with so many different opportunities. You know, I know, girl. I can you hear? Can you hear me?
I can hear, yes.
Good. Okay. She's about to throw that router out.
I'm about to get on the phone tomorrow. You know me, girl.
She sure
I'm
is.
so serious.
Oh my god. Go ahead. You was gonna say something anyway. What was you
I was
saying?
gonna say that there's a solution for everything, but quitting is not a solution. A lot of people think that though, Twonta, that if I quit, if I stop, that'd be the solution. No, quitting is not a solution. You know,
Yeah.
I talked about consistency on my live the other day, and I said, Jesus was consistent. And through his consistency, he had to go through some pain, lots of pain, more than anybody could possibly imagine. And through that pain that he got through, that he was able to resurrect himself. Sorry, but a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times with us, we're called to be consistent, but we don't follow through because it costs too much pain. We have to
Mm-hmm.
wake up earlier. We have to maybe sleep later, or maybe we have to step outside of our comfort zone and get out there and be on the forefront,
Yeah.
or change our eating habits. I mean, whatever it is that's going to cause you some type of strife for you to be consistent, but quitting is not the solution.
It's not a solution, ladies. And that's just the easiest cop out. It really,
Yeah,
really is. And I've done that myself. I'm not saying anything that I've
me
never
too.
experienced. And I'm telling you, when you do quit, you don't realize how close your blessing was right around the corner. And you'd be like, oh my God, if I just would have stayed a little while longer, yeah, I would have been with that team. Or yeah, I would have
Yeah,
been able to travel or whatever that you've been trying to do, and the enemy wants you to quit. The
yeah,
enemy wants you
absolutely.
to get discouraged. And speaking
Yep,
of pain, yeah, not just the emotional pain or the mental pain, but even the physical pain. The enemy sees how close you are to your destination, and he's going to get these roadblocks. And how many of you have traveled on the road and you know that destination very well? And you like, oh, I get there in an easy breezy, 15, 20 minutes, but then you come across a roadblock and you be like, where did this come from? And you get irritated, frustrated, mad, everything, because you got to do a detour. You get flustered with that because you don't know where that detour is going to take you. You know what I'm saying? And so with the physical pain, because I'm dealing with it right now. My body's is acting stupid for some reason, and I testify right now. I have gallstones, and I truly believe that's what's going on right now with this gallstone, and it's like affecting me in a way that is like annoying. And I haven't had issues with these things for over a decade. And so now that God has, been working with me and helping me through this process, this journey He's taken me on, the enemy doesn't want me to succeed. The enemy doesn't want me to continue what I've started. There's some things behind the scenes that I have already started. Letitia knows what's up or what I've been doing, but now what I've been feeling not my best, it kind of slows me down and then has me to get really tired and like, oh my God, I don't feel like doing anything. I just want to rest and what have you. And I get that. It happens. But you know that you should know this whole cycle. Every time you ready to promote yourself or move up to the next level, guess what? That's where that roadblock comes in. And then you got to know how the enemy works.
yep,
You got to know how to tell that enemy how you work, because
yep,
there's God in you and what God had put in you, that He got your back, and you
exactly.
healed no matter what's going on. So
Yep,
you may not have gallstones like I got gallstones going on.
yeah,
Might have some other physical ailment going on. You may
yep,
have fibroids. I got fibroids too, and thank God they
yep.
ain't flaring up. But some of you may be dealing with that right now, and you
Hmm.
like, dang, I just want to get this business going. I just want to get this
Yep,
going. But I've been feeling so weak. I've been feeling tired, sluggish. I think I need to take a break for a minute so I can feel better. And I mean, yeah, you may have to take this a day or two, but even through that, you
yep,
you, you try to put that seed out there, man. Make some effort, some kind of a way, just to let the devil know, no, you're not winning this.
nope,
No, because I know how you play this. I know how you play.
exactly.
you know so ladies, those keys that you have, Open those doors. Don't be afraid of it. Just go ahead and use it and unlock it, and you'll be blessed by the opportunities. Because whatever God put in your heart for you to go ahead and go through to open up that door, you best believe it's going to be a good thing.
That's right.
Because
It
God's going
will.
to, He's all about blessing you,
Yep.
blessing you with things that you never even thought of or even asked about. Right? So don't let those keys just sit in the drawer somewhere in your heart, or you know what I mean? Just go ahead and use those keys.
That's
Take
right.
advantage of it. And let me show you this too. Because I told Letitia I was going to do this. Like
Yeah.
this is what I've been doing. Look at
Yes. Oh my God. It is gorgeous. Oh my God.
she love because she loves purple. She
Girl,
loves.
that's $100 right there.
So this is what I'm talking about as far as my keys. So I'm taking advantage of this, right? And I'm just creating. I bought this vase from the thrift store and I just went gangster with it, right? And I bought three more vases. And I haven't started on it yet because again, with this flare up going on, it kind of slowed me down. But I'm
Yeah.
like, I gotta keep going. And not just with
Gotta
that,
keep
but my
going.
Mary Kay business, my
Yep.
podcast, all of these things that produces wealth for me, and at the same time where I can be a blessing to others. So it's not about just the money, it's just what I have inside of me that can
That's
change the
right.
masses,
That's
that
right.
can be a blessing to so many people. And the enemy doesn't want you to do that. He wants you to just stay and shut up or die.
Yep. Yep. And the thing is that guys, you have to keep pushing forward even when you're running on empty. Like Tawanta said, we
Ooh,
all
that's a
have different
good
things
one.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, because that's probably how you feel right now, Tawanta. You're feeling like you're running on empty, and you really know that you're passing the test when you're still running even on empty. Because
Even on empty.
I have 5 children. I like there be days where I'm like, oh my God, like I have
Yeah.
nothing to give, and still I have to give. I have to do that class. I have to do that virtual summit that I signed up 4 months ago. I have to
Mhm.
show up even when I'm on empty. That is so hard because we
That
all
is
have those moments in our lives where we're at our peak performance and we're just like bringing down our to do list. We're getting things done. Like you're in your basement, you're crafting, you're getting things. All of a sudden, you have those
mhm.
moments where you're on empty. But even when that happens, that means you got to push harder
Yeah.
because
You
it's
got to
worth
push
it.
on.
It is because I know how you feel. Says trust and believe. I know when my congestion comes up, when all this stuff happens,
Mhm.
it just
Mhm.
takes so much because we're giving, like we're pouring into what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That takes another level of energy. But
It
still,
does.
it's like
It does.
pastor at the church. No matter how he's feeling, he's still showing up on Sunday, giving his sermon because he knows he has people to serve in the audience. And we have to be that same way in our life for our children. We got to be that same way in our business. We got to be that same way for ourselves. We can't
Mhm.
we can't fold. We can't give up. We can't just obviously practice self care, get enough sleep that you need to get, or what have you. Drink water, things like that, but still push forward. Like I don't stop. Like I was writing up my marketing calendar for 2022, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to give myself like a 2 week break in between. I even told my clients how I'm going to take 3 weeks off in December. And I looked at my marketing calendar. I looked at my goal that wanted to make. I'm like, we ain't taking no weeks off. We're going to push. We're going to push. We're going to push. We're going to push. And in
Yeah.
2023, maybe we'll celebrate somewhere on the island. But no, 2022 is working. 2022 is reaping season. So I'm
Mhm.
gonna definitely be out there 10 times more. I started it now, but it's like pushing forward, even
Yeah.
with because
Push.
the never knows what's gonna stop you. He knows.
Yeah.
He knows what's gonna stop you, and he's amused. He's very amused by it.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
That is so fulfilling to him. So it's like for you, you have to say, I gotta still push forward. I gotta, because you gotta cross the carrot.
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And also too, think about one of your family members that's in the older generation.
Hmm.
Think about what they had to go through. I mean, because
Yep.
I think about my aunts, my great aunts that was alive at the time when I was growing up. Now, I really don't know their whole entire story, but
Yeah.
what I remember growing up when I used to go down south to visit them, they were always, and it was the women that was the dominant force in the
Oh
house, even
yeah.
though they had wonderful husbands and all of that. But these women were strong, powerful women, and I don't mean in terms of their success in life, but their faith.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even though that their bodies were shutting down on them, yet they still kept going. They
Yep.
still kept, answering the call and and blessing their clients, because they had businesses going on. They had ministries going on, and they still found a way, or the strength, I would say, to keep going until they
Running
couldn't
on
go
empty.
more. Yeah,
Yep.
until they couldn't go no more. And those are the people whom you need to look up to and be so in awe, and then years later you get to find out more about their life, and you be like, wow, I never knew that she went through that kind of struggle. I
Yep.
never knew that she lost all her kids, and yet she still continued to be a blessing and this, that,
That's
or
right.
whatever. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? So,
Yep.
ladies, we cannot fall prey to whatever ailment of life throws at us. We got
And
to
it
keep
goes back
fighting.
to your power word, to resilience.
Yeah,
Even though you're going
exactly.
through what you're going through now, you still have to push through and be resilient, because that is your power word. That is the word that you require for every person that you help
Yeah,
to say, is just to be resilient. It goes
to
back
be
to even our tagline, that stability, still be
yeah,
stable, because,
right, right.
yeah.
That is
Yeah.
so true. So,
Because
ladies,
even, let's go back to the
yeah,
pregnancy top. Let's go back to the title.
yeah.
Now we pushing these big headed babies out, honey. We tired. We want to stop. We want to stop even when we almost there. It's like, oh my God. But what we have to do, keep pushing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Keep pushing. We gotta push, push, push,
Hmm, hmm.
push.
Yep. And when they say you almost there, it's almost there, right? You keep going, and even though some of you may not had to go, had to push your baby out that way, you may had a C-section. It don't matter, because at the end of the day, you tired.
You
You
still
had
carried it. Yeah, you still
Yeah,
carried
you
it.
still carried it. Your
Yeah,
body is tired because of what you had produced, what you had to protect. And ladies, you got to understand like I said, you understand the value, just like you understand the value of that baby that's inside of you. And I mean the physical now. You understand the value of that precious baby. You would do whatever you got to do to protect it or protect them, because some of you may have multiple babies inside of you, right? Just like you got multiple talents. You're gonna do whatever you gotta do to protect, right? You're gonna do whatever you have to do to nourish it, right? To feed it, right? You're gonna do what you gotta do when you go to the doctors for the checkups and all of that, and the doctor give you a great report about your health, about the baby's heart rate and all of that stuff. You keep doing what you're doing, exercise, drinking a lot of water, taking your prenatal vitamins and all these other things, because at the end of all what you have put what you put in, and when it's time to give birth to that baby, you get to see the benefit of it. You get to see the reward. You get to see the blessing. You get to see the harvest. And it changes your life. So the same thing applies with your talents and the gifts, what's inside of you. You can protect it at all costs, right? Because what you have is one of a kind blessings.
that's
Is
right.
one of a kind, and you do what you got to do. You're not going to let anything or anybody try to what, take that baby out of you or rip it out of you,
Right.
right? You ain't gonna do that,
Yep.
especially with our hormones while we carry that baby. We ready to go ahead
Absolutely.
and go ahead,
Yes.
baby. What you do
Yep.
what you gotta do,
Listen, y'all,
right?
tonight was just an amazing and phenomenal topic. So sorry for the connection issues. I promise it'll be fixed by the next time. But, what we're going to do, guys, is that we are taking off a week because, next week is Thanksgiving. So we want to make sure you guys are going to have fun in fellowship time with your family. So we won't be doing a show next Wednesday. We'll be back after Thanksgiving. But, you know, um, what do you want to say for next week, Tawanta? What advice you want to give the audience? I know for the holiday season, sometimes we're around people that we may not want to deal with or be around. I mean, I don't have that problem this year, thank God. Okay, but I know some of y'all out there do. But what advice can
Mhm.
you give to them, love?
To be thankful for the moment.
Yes, absolutely.
That's it. Just to be thankful for where you are at that moment, at that
Yeah,
time. Don't
yeah,
worry about what you didn't don't worry about what you didn't fix or prepared as far as the menu, the
Yep.
meal. Just be grateful for the moment. Don't worry about who didn't show up, who didn't come, or who said they wasn't coming
Yep.
because or whatever. Be thankful for the moment,
That's right. That's
because
right.
that's a moment that you're not going to ever get again.
Nope. No, you won't. No, you won't. I have to say, like, don't let anybody steal your peace. Don't let
Ooh, girl, it's
anybody.
too expensive.
It's way too expensive. It's too much. You have too much to lose. You have too much at cost. Um,
Yeah.
just don't let anybody take away your peace. Always guard it, especially around the holiday season. And just guard your peace and just, focus on your own internal positivity, no matter what's going on around you. If people get into negative conversations about the past, things like that, walk away. Just say, I need to go make a phone call. Or I need to go do something. You don't have to stand there and listen. So let the holidays be about what the holidays are supposed to be about. Thanksgiving is about being
Family, fellowship,
thankful, about family, about creating memories and having some
counting the
awesome, amazing
blessings.
food. Yes, yes. Just guard
Wow.
your peace. Guard your peace next week.
That is it,
And
girl. I love
nothing's
that.
really that serious.
I know, right?
Yes,
Girl, come
yes. I
on.
wish somebody told me that a long time ago. Is there a hole in my wall?
There's a
Oh,
who?
is there like a hole? Oh no, that's the thing on the monitor. It's, I thought that was like something somebody punched through my wall. I'm sorry. Listen, y'all. I know it's Wednesday, but for Tawanta and I,
And
this
also
has been
have some humor too. Make sure
yeah.
you laugh a lot doing next week. You
Oh
know,
yes,
laughing is a wonderful medicine. That's in
yes
the
it
Bible
is.
now.
Yes it is.
Okay,
It is. Yeah,
so
it's
learn
a
to
fact.
laugh.
It's a big fact that when you laugh more, you live more. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's the truth.
That's why
And
there's people out there who have funny uncles. They be the ones that be just living forever because they just. And the minute they open their mouths, they got a joke to say, and everybody's just falling out, like throwing up.
Yeah, enjoy.
Yeah,
Like I said, enjoy the moment, and definitely embrace your peace. Laugh a lot, and just and if you can, start a journal and
yeah,
writing down what you're grateful for, what you're thankful for.
yeah.
So you can look back over that again.
Right.
After the holiday, after
Memories.
Thanksgiving. Yeah,
Yeah,
just think of
yeah,
something different. Do something
yeah.
different this
Absolutely.
year.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you guys after the holiday tomorrow to get some rest, honey, because you got work to do. And
Yes.
yeah, enjoy your holiday. But we you gonna talk soon, anyways. Yes. So I'll be praying for
Yes.
you and your family. I'll be praying for you guys who are tuning in and watching us. And as always, love on your sister. We're just gonna close out, honey, because I listen. I don't want to deal with these internet issues anymore. I'm done. I'm done. We got through the show. We get through the show.
She said, I ain't gonna pluck nothing. I ain't gonna pick. I ain't gonna
I'll
pull. I ain't
just
gonna.
I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna say, hey, I'm gonna deal with it in the morning when I get on the call with Verizon and give them a whole earful and a mouthful and more.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You got that's doing my business now. I need 5 bars. It said 5G. I want the 5G.
Ooh,
Right now I
girl.
got 2G.
Yeah, that ain't good. That's not
No,
good
it's not.
enough.
I'm going from 1 to 2G right now, and it's not working.
I feel your pain. I feel your
Yes,
pain.
girl. We're gonna get it together though. All right. Bye. See y'all later. Bye, guys.